So we have a 5-mark question here from the Applied Catholic Theology paper. It's the life and death half of the paper. And it says, describe Catholic beliefs about the resurrection of the body. Now, firstly, resurrection. But the important part here to clock is that it's asking you specifically about resurrection of the body. It might have said resurrection of the soul, but in this instance, the body. Now, Catholics believe that the soul lives on after death and it's reunited with the body for final judgment when resurrection of the body combined with the soul occurs. But what we're going to have a look at now is if that question came up, quickly what would go through my head. So quick hints and tips, almost like I was making a flashcard linked to resurrection of the body. So to answer this question, you need the following in terms of Catholic beliefs. So Catholics believe the soul continues after death. Now that's not about the body yet, but the soul continues after death and faces judgment. That's particular judgment. But here's the important part for this question. At the end of time, the body will be raised and reunited. I can't spell that word. It's a good job it's not a 15 marker. Reunited with the soul in final judgment. Like that there. There's a... Okay, so first and foremost, that's what I would be looking for. Then sources of evidence that you need for this is we can talk about St. Paul. So St. Paul gives us a moment. St. Paul talks about this idea that Jesus is the first fruit. And it's this idea that Jesus' resurrection gives hope that what happened to Jesus, we can follow in. He's the first and we can follow. Jesus' resurrection gives us hope in following him to rise again. There is another St. Paul quote that we can use where he states, and this is again St. Paul, he says, the physical body is weak and will die, but it will be raised again. Now, all of these points link very specifically to this idea of resurrection of the body, which is what this question is asking for. And it's this idea that Catholics believe that resurrection leads to eternal life with God for those who lived according to his will, but at the end of time, final judgment, the body will be raised and reunited with the soul. Now, that's just quick fire thoughts for that question. If you want to see us answer it in full, we have got a video for that, and we'll add a link to this video for you so you can watch that if you want to. We also have loads of other videos about resurrection if you want to have a look in more detail in something that's not quite as specific as this question.